Come on, Howard. The skateboard park is now booked.
But Tim, pensioners and skateboarding, recipe for disaster.
Exactly. Car crash TV. It's what we want. Olivia will love it.
It just doesn't feel right.
Oh, Howard, for goodness sake.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tim, but I could do with a bit more support.
Listen, Howard. We are right behind you, the whole team. What can possibly go wrong? We are filming the contestants' every move, and edited highlights will be going out tonight.
Okay.
And don't forget to tell them they can help themselves to anything they find in the kitchen and anything they fancy from the drinks cabinet.
Oh, you mean the frozen pizzas and the Lambrusco?
Is that it?
Yes.
Olivia said she was laying on an expensive buffet.
Well, Olivia's concept of expensive is rather different from yours, Tim.
Evidently. Well, look, you get on with organising the skateboarding.
Yes.
Tracy's doing the potting shed interviews. We need to start in 5 minutes. Send them in one by one.
Oh, sounds rather like a firing squad.
Actually, I think it's me that's tied to a pole with a blindfold on.
Esther? Esther, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, good. Now, don't worry. We just want to let the viewers get to know a little bit more about you. Get to know the real you. Francoise will be listening in, probably trying to penetrate deep into your psyche. But just tell us, what do you make of it so far?
My name's Esther McElhose. Well, I'm just a housewife, really. The people seem very nice, very friendly-like. I used to be quite adventurous, quite outgoing. Well, but then you get wed and you're bringing up the kiddies and you sort of lose it, don't you?
Hiya, Maeve here. Well, I used to work in finance, but now I'm a human being. Well, what you see is what you get with me. I don't like beating around the bush. Tell it like it is.
I'm Bella. I'm an actor. Of course, this business can be quite challenging for the more mature female, by which I mean anyone over 45. Totally unfair. But I'm happy to embrace this experience with both arms.
Victor, ex-teacher, amongst other things. I feel a bit like a fish out of water. I'm not really sure why I applied. I've already upset Esther, one of the other contestants. Story of my life.
Jen, short for Genevieve. My mother liked John Gregson. I run a bookshop in a small town. I'd just like to say that I don't think this thing's very well organised. I mean, I'd like to know exactly what I'm doing, what's expected. Like a big row of books, all in alphabetical order, spines parallel.
Well, my name's Barney. I'm an ex-footballer. And not one of these pampered millionaires like you get in Premier League. The real thing. I tell you, League Division 4 weren't no picnic.
Hello, I'm Adele, widow, and a dance teacher, ballroom, jazz, tap, that kind of thing. Well, so far so good. There's some really nice people here. One or two oddities like, but as my mum used to say, takes all sorts, pet.
I strongly believe that we should all be in the moment. To feel the sensory waves of response flowing between us. To catch those dreams that pass us by. Carpe diem, eh?
There's not even anywhere around here to have a kick about. I have to put a couple of jumpers down like we did when we were kids.
And another thing. These hidden cameras that are supposed to be watching us. Well, I haven't seen any.
Ah, hey, you lot couldn't organise a piss-up in a brewery. And I'm not talking about the fella contestants. Apart from stranding me at the bleeding ferry, thanks a bunch, they don't seem a bad lot. I quite like them. The group seem very friendly, although I do think some of them need a bit of a kick up the backside.
I'm a little bit anxious about these tasks we have to perform. You see, the only task Mr. McElhose ever required of me was in relation to domestic cleaning arrangements.
These tasks are like they're doing in an army camp. You know, where you have to cross a river just using 2 poles, a cabbage and a ball of string. Do you know, I think I'd be quite good at that.
These tasks, they seem a bit odd to me. Not sure I want to do them.
No, I've got to be positive. Say yes to everything.
Bring it on, I say. See yous later.
So, Esther, what's your attitude to risk then?
Oh, I don't know, really. I suppose I like to play it safe.
So why on earth did you volunteer for this? I mean, skateboarding, of all things.
Well, it was a bit of a fluke, really. I didn't mean to volunteer.
Well, what happened?
Well, I only put my hand up to ask if I could go to the lavvy.
I thought as much. See, Maeve, I can understand. She's a bit more of a devil-may-care sort of person. But you...
Perhaps you could take my place.
No, thank you. You don't get me on one of those things. Anyway, I've got a date with Ian
Ooh.
McEwen.
Oh, I don't think I've met him. Is he the nice one with the beard?
Come on, time for you to spread your wings, my girl.
Do you really think so?
I know so. And I've got something in my bag which might just help.
Esther, what have you come as?
Well, I thought they said surfboarding. So I went for a sort of Miami look. But Barney lent me the shirt.
I used to wear it behind the bar in Marbella.
very, very Tom Selleck.
Oh, yeah.
I can see you as Magnum.
What, the ice cream?
I don't know what Mr. McElhose will think about me wearing another man's shirt.
Oh, Mr. McElhose could get stuffed. Remember, you're doing this for Sheila.
Esther Pet, what on earth are you doing now?
Well, I didn't send any knee pads, so I'm having to improvise. Jen found a couple of these in her bag.
Oh, you'll be all right. I mean, what's a couple of grazed knees among friends, eh? Go on, don't be such a wuss.
Oh, you're sure, mate?
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Nobody's going to get hurt.
Did you have a nice time with Ian then, Jen?
Oh, I did. He really set my heart racing. And what about you? Skateboarding champion, you did really well.
Thanks to your magic sponges.
Magic my eye, you're a natural.
Well, I used to do a bit of ice skating. It's a balance thing, I suppose. You never forget.
No, I never had you down as a skater.
Oh, well, it didn't come to anything. There was the Commonwealth Games, of course, but I only managed bronze. Then I met Mr. McElhose and, well, he wasn't keen on all the foreign travel.
Greenfinger's calling base. Somebody please pick up. Greenfinger's calling base. Is anybody there?
What's the matter, Howard?
Tracy, I need to speak with Tim. There's an urgent matter of the health and safety of the contestants.
Well, Tim's not here at the moment. Oh, Olivia is, and I'll give her a buzz.
But, I suppose I'll have to talk with Olivia. Oh, but Mavis broke her wrist and we had to go to the hospital. And then what happens if somebody else gets a more serious injury? Oh, these tusks are far too dangerous.
For God's sake, Howard, what on earth are you prattling on about? I mean, Maeve's broken wrist is unfortunate, I suppose, but you really need to take control of the situation.
Me? Take control? I mean, what can I do?
Oh, use your initiative, Howard. You could run a first aid course. Make it another task.
I don't know anything about first aid. We really need a medical professional here to take care of that sort of thing. Not me.
No. We have to stay within the budget.
Olivia, but
don't butt me, Howard. You'll be fine. Hey, do you remember the time when I fell out of the old oak tree in the woods when we were kids? Well, you took care of me then.
But with respect, Olivia, there's a big difference between tying a hanky round a grey's knee and dealing with serious breaks and bruises. I mean, these late bloomers, they're not kids, you know. They won't bounce.
Oh, I'm well aware of that. Thank you very much. They all signed disclaimers before they joined the show. Now, I'm late for another meeting with the production company. I'll see you later. Carry on, jolly good. Bye.
Olivia. Oh.
She's gone, Howard.
Oh.
Don't worry. I'll have a quick search online and see if I can't find something that you can use.
Oh, thank you, Tracy. I don't know why Olivia's so hell-bent on doing this show with no money. I mean, it's going to be a disaster, and I'm only supposed to be the bloody gardener. I tell you, Tracy, this is not the future of television.
Right, everyone. I've got it. I've got the new task. Oh, it looks like we're going to be doing some first aid.
Oh, can we do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation?
Oh, Bella.
Do I get a badge for my cub uniform? Dip, dip, dip.
I've done a little first aid in the past.
Oh, have you? Oh, well, maybe you could help run the task then, Victor.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, you can resuscitate me anytime, Victor, seeing as you know what you're doing. Hello. Such a car.
Right, you will need to follow the instructions in this book. The Complete Idiot's Guide to First Aid Basics.
Whoa, very nice.
Are you sure you got the right book? I think I prefer this one. The Joy of Sex.
Joy?
Right, all right. Sorry.
You will create a splint for a broken leg, bandage a hand, and fashion a sling for a broken arm.
Well, Maeve, looks like we're going to be bandaging your other arm this time.
All right.
But they haven't sent any bandages.
Oh,
what are we
Christ
supposed
on
to
a
do
blight.
then?
Yes,
Don't worry. I'm sure there'll be something in my bag that we can use.
Is there anything you ain't got in that bag, Jen? You're a regular bleeding Mary Poppins, ain't you?